Action!
Strain is the story of a family that suddenly discovers that they have a child with a sickle cell disease, and this once loving and fun-filled family then has to go through the journey of managing all that comes with the sickle cell disease.
Doctor, only one of us has the sickle cell trait.
Well, for a child to have the sickle cell disease, both parents should have one S gene.
Strain has 4 main characters. So you have the father, Namdi, you have Yemi, the mother, you have Ebere, and we have Ekene.
Ekene is, as a young chap, is a very intelligent boy.
A bundle of energy wrapped around a ball of talent.
He's jumpy, playful, mischievous, just always sitting in one place.
He likes to have his quiet time in the house, scribbling his thoughts and all that. But has a sister, on the other hand, likes, a music piano, and that just gets in his way of, trying to meditate. And
the biggest worry for Ekene was at the point where he had crises repeatedly in school. He began to see himself as an outcast, unlike his other friends. I mean, it was tough for him to understand, like, why do I have to go through this all the time?
Mrs. Eziji, please understand. Every day, Somto worries that his best friend will die. And that is not the right situation for a child.
He had problem with the elder sister too, who was always taunting him too.
She just wanted to hurt him as much as he has hurt her days before. So like maybe she just put all her anger out on him.
And just from seeing the pressure on his family, he could also tell how much the sickle cell was affecting everybody around him.
He takes the blame on himself and chooses to be the sacrificial lamb.
Ekene, you're good at public speaking. It's a gift. And we have a mandate in this school to activate innate talent in our students. You're practically the best we have at oratory.
But I have been very sickly lately.
Yes, but we have protocol in place to take care of that.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I don't want to scare any more people.
It's quite unusual to find kids, behaving, like adults, feeling guilty for, causing the whole family the kind of pain that he caused them.
I liked his strength. He was pretty stoic throughout the whole thing for a little boy, and of course there are people like that, there are children like that. He took it in his stride.
You see Ebere go through that as well, wanting attention for herself, wanting to get things done, her own way, having to at some point practically fight everybody in the house, even including Namdi, who happens to be on her side.
She is craving for attention and she gets zero.
She's a teenager, and as a teenager, hormones are raging. She has a crush, there's a lot going on in her life, and her mother was not even there. So it's a lot for her to handle at such a tender age.
I don't even know why I'm seeking your permission. I'm not going to sit here and watch you ruin our lives. I'm calling her right away.
You will do no such thing, Yemi. Did you hear me? I said you will do no such thing. What now? If that's what they do you to corporate, why did you call your own mother now? I mean, you don't get mama. Your mama don't die. Which kind of nonsense be this one now? I got to follow my wife talk, and it's so difficult for you to understand what I'm talking about. You of all people.
Namdi is a character on the siege from the beginning of the film to the end. If he's under siege with his father, he's under siege with his wife. She wants him to get a better job, a better paying job, to have more financial security for the family. He's under siege from his kids. His daughter wants more attention from him. She wants him to pay more attention to the things that she's doing, her life, her own personal struggles. He's under siege from his son, who's battling for his health, battling for his life. He's just a man under siege.
He warred against everything. It broke him. It broke him, literally speaking.
So she respects her husband, and she respects his decision of not involving, his parents in the family matters.
He believes that, he can work hard on his own. Even when his father wants him to work with him and for him, to prepare him as a successor.
So she just played along, giving him time. Maybe he would change his mind, reconcile with his parents and all that. She was bullied, but she was okay with it, just hoping everything would fall into place.
He kept encouraging her husband until when the husband's stubbornness and pride is now becoming an unbearable thing for her.
At that point, his mom just had the instinct that her son needed help, and she had to be there, for him.
I had to find the right words to use to be able to, wake up something that I needed in him. I gave him the amount of time and space he needed, then I brought him back, I also worked on my husband, obviously, to be able to get him to that point where I said, your father has forgiven you. You need to meet him halfway.
Uduak is a director who has evolved over time.
He's somebody who's always on the ball. And again, he likes you to use your gumption and your discretion to interpret roles. In other words, not totally dependent on the director.
He doesn't tell you how to do it. He just lets you do how you do it. If there's a need for correction, he guides you with it, he helps you with it.
He's a deep director. He loves intense emotions. He loves to play with people's mind.
He is a very good teacher. In 1 minute, he will describe to you what he wants you to do at that point, and you will get it. Not everybody can do that. Not every director can do that.
The story Strain, right, covers themes that cut across age, gender, tribe, skin color, ethnicity.
In fact, there shouldn't be any PG. It should be general, the general audience, men, women, children. Everyone should watch Strain.
I'm glad that I'm part of it because I'm happy to tell this kind of wonderful story.
It's a family movie. It's cross-generational. It has the grandparents as the parents as the children.
It's, reassures you that, there's a light after the tunnel. And after every struggle comes, glory.
The emotions are there. The emotions are heavy. The emotions have weight.
It's one of those kind of stories that take you out of your present-day realities. Whatever it is you're going through in your present-day life, you sit in front of this for the next 90 minutes, you're transported to somewhere else, you feel the pains, you feel the joy, you pump your hand in the air when everybody rejoices and wins something on screen, right? It has that immersive quality, and I would take my family to see it.